Hello everyone, welcome to the channel update for April. I hope everyone's March went well. Let's go ahead and dive right into what's going on the channel. As you may have noticed, Final Fantasy Legend 2, aka Saga 2 Hiho Densetsu, has recently started. I am playing the Saga Collection that is available on Steam. I believe it's also available on Switch, probably PlayStation 4, maybe some other things, Xbox maybe. There is a DS version of Saga 2, and there is a translation patch, but I kind of wanted to play the Game Boy version because I like the sprites. Unfortunately, there was no WonderSwan Color version because the WonderSwan Color version of Saga 1 Final Fantasy Legend was absolutely amazing. I really, really liked what they did with that. There's a few things that it could have been tweaked on, but like graphic wise and music wise, it was very good, I thought. Um, and it's kind of like uh, I like what they've done in a lot of ways with the Pixel remasters. I haven't played any of them. I've only looked at them, um, and I do plan to play them eventually. But uh, to a certain extent, the disappointing elements of it are along the lines of like the font isn't pixelated. A non-pixelated font worked well for Final Fantasy VIII, but it should be a pixelated font for um, the Pixel remasters. And to a certain extent, I kind of felt that in a lot of ways, the SNES games, um, you know, eh, reconfigure them for widescreen and stuff like that. Maybe add some new spell effects or something like that. But the sprite work itself, to me, was pretty spot on, exactly what I wanted, and that's kind of what I liked about the WonderSwan Color version of Final Fantasy Legend Saga. Is that it was basically SNES quality sprite work, pure and simple, 100%. And that's what I really liked about it. So, but I will be doing the Pixel remasters eventually, but those will be on the stream probably when I finish up Super Robot Wars, whenever the heck that is. So, yes, Final Fantasy VIII has come to a close. A lot of fun, ended on exactly 100 episodes, which just seemed like a kind of a chef's kiss kind of thing. And Final Fantasy Legend 2 has replaced that. However, that is more of a holdover, like a temporary fill-in. Although I am going to finish it, of course, until Chrono Cross Remastered comes out in, I guess, a week now, less than a week, really, because it's next Thursday and it's Friday now. Um, so Final Fantasy Legend 2 will continue on beyond that, but I'm actually going to change the time zone, the times for release around a bit when I get to Chrono Cross. But I am super excited for that. Really looking forward to that. That is what we're going to be. That's the real replacement for Final Fantasy VIII. But Final Fantasy Legend 2, I will of course be playing to completion. It's a fairly short game, so I'm not too worried about much of the overlap and getting it done and stuff like that. But so that'll be coming. Look forward to that. I did have some questions about whether I was going to do Radical Dreamers, and I will. I don't know exactly how I'm going to fit it into the Let's Play. I don't know exactly how everything comes together in that package, but I have never actually taken the time to play Radical Dreamers, and I've wanted to. So that's, I'm really excited to see that for myself. Expeditions Rome still ongoing, having a blast. We're in the second segment, the second area. I know that there is a third area, the Gallic Wars, after that. I don't know all the, I just know that that's like what's coming, but I don't know how it all plays out. Because you are basically taking the role of Julius Caesar in that game. But I am having a blast with that. That is so much fun. Definitely one of the better games that I have played recently. Probably, you know, like, I mean, probably gonna have that as my game of the year for 2022. Expeditions Viking was my game of the year for 2017, I think. I think that's what it was. Maybe it was 2018. I can't remember. That was a blast. I loved that. And I don't think Expeditions Rome is quite as good, but it's definitely good. I'm definitely having a lot of fun with it. The Egypt portion tugs at my historical inaccuracies, but the gameplay elements kind of make up for it. Super Robot Wars is still ongoing. We are streaming that every Monday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and I will be doing that until it completes. Currently, the retro stream on Wednesdays is Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. I will be going until that is complete. We do have some other games in the queue. For those who want to get games in the queue, it is not a suggestion here. There is a channel reward. You got to get enough channel points, the hams, by watching streams, and then you can redeem it. Currently in the queue, we have coming up next A Boy and His Blob for the NES from Batsko Screech, Donkey Kong Country for Blissful Trickster, Princess Tomato in the Salad Kingdom. Anghamron redeemed that one. And Sean Squall redeemed Mega Man 2. So that's what we're looking at in the future. Some very different types of games throughout that. So many of those I have... Okay, actually none of those I've ever played before. Well, I actually don't know about Mega Man. I have played a Mega Man, and I do not know which one. It was a long time ago at someone else's house. We also have on Fridays the Minecraft hardcore sessions. We are still on Hamtopia 17, so do come out and join me for that. Added to the Friday lineup is now the new Lego building streams. I have slipped in some additional ones, and I may continue to do so just because waiting a whole week to build more Lego kind of sucks. I want to build more Lego. I really like building Lego. It is a lot of fun, and I have had an absolute blast doing so. Viewers who have come out have also been having a lot of fun. So please do come out. When this video goes live, we will be having another stream a few hours after that, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And we will be starting the fabled Titanic build. I am looking forward to that. That came in a Matryoshka doll-like series of boxes. You got the shipping box, then you get the Lego shipping box, inside which is just one single Titanic, exactly all perfectly fitting. And then inside the Lego Titanic box are 3 separate boxes for the 3 separate segments of the build. So we will be starting with the first section, the bow section, tonight. I am looking forward to that. I am very excited to build that. It has over 9,000 pieces, and that will be an absolute blast to build. And that will be many sessions. Right now, the Friday is the only fixed build session, but I have done some others, on other days. So just kind of, if you're not following me on Twitch, follow me on Twitch, get the email alerts, watch my Twitter or Discord for the announcements to go out, that kind of thing, and come join us for the LEGO building sessions. I've had a lot of fun. Viewers have really been enjoying it, so if you like LEGO, if you want to see me build LEGO and just chat, I mean, that's kind of what ends up happening is there's just a lot of chatting going on during those streams, which is a lot of fun. So do come out and check that out, please. I'm really excited for that, and it's been a lot of fun so far. We still have Realms of Quest 5 ongoing with Zerfall. We are nearing the end. There's like the final dungeon, and then whatever comes after that is mostly what we have left to record. So I don't think that's going to be going on for too much longer. But do come check that out, or do check that out on his channel. My playlist does lead to his videos. You can either watch it through my playlist or go over to his channel and watch it there. And then, of course, Spelljammer, which is still ongoing on Saturdays at noon Eastern Time. Join us for those sessions. So that's mostly what's going on the channel. To talk a little bit about Final Fantasy VIII, I had watched some Let's Plays since I'd last played it. I haven't played it since it came out, and I did finish it at that time. Um, so it was really nice revisiting it. I definitely did not understand the junction system and the draw and especially card mod system very well at all when I was younger. I was not a kid at the time, but I was a lot younger. Um, but yeah, keeping your levels low, because I grew, got up to level 100 because it was so easy to do, and that was not the wisest thing. Although the final fight really isn't that much harder doing that. But the being able to reflect on the story, especially as an adult, um, yeah, I really feel like Final Fantasy VIII is one of those games that when you're young, it's actually a bit harder to understand the game, the story. Like not even understand it, but like connect to it. Kind of like it really did feel like you kind of need to have some more life experience to see and understand what's going on with some of the characters. There are still some contrived elements that I didn't like. I still don't like the whole. Oh, by the way, all of a sudden, yeah, we're all very closely related from the orphanage, and we just all forgot. Excuse me? There's like very little reference to that, and then it's like, oh yeah, junctioning all the Guardian forces. That's why you've been losing all your memories. But there's like one back end reference in the story about that, and not, like you have to actually go out of your way to read that. That needed to be more upfront. And that's like one of my problems with the game is that there's a lot of story that needed to be handed to you directly rather than making you go out of your way to find it. And that's really the biggest problem with Final Fantasy VIII. Otherwise, I think that the story is pretty good. Um, the draw and junction system is just so easily abusable that that's kind of what brings it down. You stay low level, and things are easy. I mean, I was super low level, and I took out the level 100 super boss with should have had like a million hit points. Yeah, that's not great. That's really not great. Um, I mean, the version that I was playing shouldn't have been like. I know that the original PC version, the level of that super boss varies with you, but as I understood it, every other version of the game that's not the case, and it's fixed at level 100. But you can, with the junction system, you can set up your characters to have max strength at really low levels, max hit points at really low levels. So in a lot of ways, you can keep your levels very low, keep the most of the enemies really weak, and then just steamroll through the game very, very easily. And that's the biggest problem. It knowing how to do that, and that's stuff that if you sat down and thought about it when you get to the game, you'd realize it. And it's just too easy, you know. I'm not a big challenge gamer or anything like that. I like some challenge, in some ways, and it depends a lot on the game. I do like to utterly destroy some games as well, especially if my experience in the past was that the game was difficult. Like Final Fantasy VIII, I was stupid and overleveled, and that did cause me problems playing the game. And being able to play this was kind of cathartic, keeping my levels low and just absolutely obliterate everything in my path. Um, but it also just goes to show that it's very easy to build a game system that you don't need to level up to become overpowered. But it was a lot of fun to play that, and I'm glad I revisited that. And the remastered is pretty good. I know there were some complaints. I think that a lot of them are unfair. Some not so much. The fact that it used the PC version's control scheme, so you're only able to go in 8 directions, annoyed the crap out of me. But I guess there's, to a certain extent, not a whole lot that you can do to get it onto PCs. They probably were limited in what they could draw from. I don't know. But I know some people were expecting like a Final Fantasy remake style graphical upgrade, and that was never gonna happen. That was never gonna happen. So I think for what they did, I think that it's pretty good. So if you haven't played it, if you're curious about it, I would recommend getting it. It's not too expensive right now. I think it was like $20 when I got it, and it'll probably go on sale at some point. So yeah, play it. It's pretty fun, especially if you keep your levels low. That's mostly it going on directly on the channel. Of course, do join my subscribe to my Twitch channel or follow my Twitch channel, and so you get alerts when I go streaming. I do bring the videos over here to YouTube, but it's just a lot more fun live, and the more people I have watching on average, the more likely I can get to Twitch Partner. I am an affiliate right now. I would like to get Twitch Partner, and the only thing holding me back from that is number of views. So, if you can make it out to my streams, please do so, and join the fun. It is a lot of fun, directly interacting with people, and I highly recommend it. That's mostly it. Of course, if you want to support the channel and ensure that I'm continuing to produce as much content as I am doing so, if you're really enjoying it, especially these last couple years with COVID and everything like that, it has been a lot of like having some things that you can just get get away from it all by watching stuff like that. It's helped me. It's helped a lot of people that I've heard from. So if you felt that way and you want to do a little bit to help the channel, please do consider supporting in any of the many ways available. You can join here on YouTube. You can subscribe to me on Twitch, and if you have Amazon Prime, you can connect your account up to Twitch Prime and get a free sub every month that you can use towards me or any other streamer that you enjoy. If you're not doing that, highly recommend doing that, because it's no extra cost to you, and that is money in their pocket. So if you have Amazon Prime and you're not using your monthly subscription, free subscription for someone, please do so, whether it's me or someone else that you enjoy. It really does go a long way. Bits, of course, also help. I'm running regular bits goals now on Twitch for Lego sets to build. That's how I got the Titanic, through your guys' support. We're working on getting enough for the Assembly Square Modular City. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to purchase next through the bits goal. And please do support the channel in those ways. Of course, you can also just use Ko-fi, send me some money that way. That's just like a one-time thing. And the most important way is a Patreon. Supporting me on Patreon, that is the biggest bang for your buck. But whatever way is best for you is more than helpful. Really do appreciate that. Everyone who is supporting me, and of course those who are supporting me on Patreon, their names are moving by on the kind of ticker below. Really does mean a lot to me. It allows me to continue to produce the content. and purchase new equipment when I need it, new games, all that sort of stuff, and of course, most importantly, eat and have a roof over my head. So please do consider supporting me in any of those methods. If you've been enjoying the content, even a $1 support on Patreon goes a long, long way. I have enough people watching me on YouTube that if everyone did $1, $12 a month, a year, $12 a year, that would push me well into the comfortable territory. So please do consider even a $1 support level on Patreon. It really does mean a lot to me if you can do so, and if you've been enjoying the content. I do keep the videos free. The streams are open to everyone. The chat is open to everyone. This is just a way to show your support that you're liking what I am doing. And those who are supporting me on Patreon do get some perks. Those who are on Discord get access to a Patreon channel. That's where I posted up about the upcoming. Well, it's not upcoming now, but before it went live, I put up the thumbnail of Final Fantasy Legend 2. I put it up here on YouTube as well for members. So the perks are small because the overwhelming majority of what I do is open to everyone. But there are some little perks that you guys do get access to. So please do consider that if you can support me. Finally, every month I do put out a new Dungeons & Dragons deity, written up for 2nd edition using the Faiths and Avatars format. This month is a little bit different because it's not an actual deity, it is a near power. Cryonax, the Prince of Evil Ice, the Archimental of the Para-Elemental Plane of Ice. The only Archimental that does not have a counterpart on the good side. As a powerful, unique individual, they can grant the Archimentals can grant up to 3rd level spells and 4th level spells if they show up directly. So essentially, this was an element of I figured I should write this up for hidden cults in an Arctic area, or the other areas for the other Archimentals. Some of them have some followers among other creatures, so they might show up as well. And I also kind of explicitly put in elements of if you take them up to an actual deity status, they are not just a near power anymore. They've made it to become a true demi-power. Here are things that they can, here's what may change. Here's what they will be able to do for their followers, kind of thing. And it turned out pretty well, I think. So check it out if you like the Archimentals. If you like Cryonax, take a look at what I wrote up. I know that there's been more stuff written about Cryonax after 2nd edition. I was primarily sticking with 2nd edition stuff, so I don't know exactly what they've done. So it may not be compatible entirely with later editions, but there's still plenty of interesting stuff for you to find in that write-up. Anyway, that's going to wrap up the channel update. I want to thank you all for all the support you've been giving me, both in terms of views and subscriptions and likes. All of that does help, even if you can't support me on Patreon or Twitch. Watching a video fully, liking it, leaving a comment, all of those things help out tremendously, especially with a new series. If you have watched Final Fantasy Legend 2 and you did not like the video, please go back and do so. I'd really appreciate that. Leave a like on it, and it gets it to show up higher in search results. If you have something to say, even if it's just, hey, I really appreciated this video, I'm looking forward to more, that kind of thing, perfectly fine. YouTube does not look at what the comments say. They only look to see that someone made a comment. So the more often that you can comment, especially on first episodes of series, the better those do. So I really do appreciate it, those who take the time to do so. And as always, if you have feedback, if there's anything in particular that you've been enjoying, do let me know. I'm always open to hearing that kind of feedback. I really do want to thank you all for all the support that you've been showing the channel. It really does mean a lot to me. And I hope that your next month goes very well. And we will return in the next update. Thank you for watching, everyone.